Hi, I'm Rachel and welcome to How to Connect with Goddess Lupa. Goddess Lupa is the Roman goddess of prosperity and fertility. She is the she-wolf and the protector of the city of Rome. However, we know that her stories, her myth and her legend goes back way beyond Roman civilization and reminds us of that ancient link between the feminine and the wolf. She represents that wild aspect of ourselves and our connection to the moon, that part of ourselves that sees the moon and sees places that need justice and wants to howl and roar. And through work with her, she asks us to honour those wild and passionate aspects of ourselves. So here are my top 3 tips for connecting with Goddess Lupa. My first tip is to connect in with her aspect as mother. In her Roman story, one of her most famous, she is the one that finds the basket that contains Romulus and Remus that flows down the river and ends up on the bank. She finds these 2 baby boys and she takes them and protects them and raises them. And you'll often see depictions of her suckling these 2 boys, one of them which we know later goes on to found Rome. So in this aspect of her, she calls you to connect in with the mother. And this is the fierce mother, the protector mother. And I invite you to journal or to reflect on ways in which you need to reclaim and stand up for parts of yourselves that perhaps you or others have neglected or pushed away or made wrong. Those aspects of ourselves that perhaps are more wild and untamed that we put to one side to come into that good girl aspect. So I invite you to maybe use the image of the wolf, embodying the wolf, or having a wolf picture or statue around you as you come to this place of firstly protecting yourself and all that is right and good about you that needs to be expressed, needs to be stood up for. My second tip is to connect in with the solar plexus and the throat chakras. As the wolf, she is powerful, as we're hearing already, and she calls on us as the feminine to reclaim our voices. And so in ceremony or work with her, I invite you to work in particular on the throat and solar plexus. So whether you are moving, creating art or dance, journaling or meditating, to make sure that there is a part that is using your voice. So you are expressing, perhaps with words, a declaration, writing poetry and then saying it out loud. Or even what would be really powerful and what she would love for you to do is to howl, to growl, all of those noises that are seen as unladylike but are deep within us that need to be expressed. So get that through and get that out. Maybe you have to use a pillow if you want to, or wait till you're home alone. But when you're doing this as well, to wear her sacred colour, which is blue, this vibrant blue that I'm wearing, and also the yellows and the oranges of the sacral and the solar plexus. So bring them into your space or be wearing them. And my third tip to be connecting in with her is to reconnect with your moon mysteries. And here I'm talking about our moon to womb connection. So you can connect in with the lunar cycles or connecting in with the cycle that is within yourself as a woman, so your menstrual cycle. And I invite you to connect into her at the time of the waning moon. And this is the time of the wild woman archetype and aspects. So it's really powerful to connect in with that wild self during this time. And like I said, this can be within your menstrual cycle, which will be pre-bleed, so pre your period, or within the moon. So it's this time that's right before the new moon. And to connect in particular with her then can be really, really powerful. And she reminds you of this ancient connection between nature and woman and our cycles and our seasons. And she will support you in this. And you may want to do aspects 1 and 2, the tips which were about journaling or about connecting with your solar plexus and throat during this time of the waning moon. And if you would like to know more, then I guide women on their moon to womb journey in my free Facebook group. I'm very, very soon having an activation, a free workshop and moon challenge to connect you in with the wolf, the moon and the feminine. And I also deliver a moon mysteries course which takes you deep into the myth and the legend of goddess and the moon, our menstrual cycles, and also into connecting into the moon through dance embodiment, dance healing and ritual and ceremony. So I'll leave the links of both of them right below this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it and it supports you in working with Goddess Lupa. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. There's lots of moon videos here on my channel. Sending you many wolf and moon blessings.